Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
BBC News World. November 24, 1902 America, New York, Beatles outtakes in new Peter Jackson film. The Lord of the Rings director has restored more than 50 hours of footage. BBC News World. November 24, 1901 America, New York, Russian troop buildup, view from Ukraine frontline. BBC correspondent Abduyalil Abdurasulev visits eastern Ukraine as soldiers contemplate Russia's military presence at the border nearby.
November 24, 1854 America, New York, Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson are dating but taking things extra slow. There's a slow burn happening between Kim Kardashian and comedian Pete Davidson.
World CBS News, com. November 24, 1850 America, New York, special report. Biden speaks about Israel and Hamas ceasefire. President Biden spoke at the White House about a new ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hamas. The halt in fighting, brokered by Egypt, followed intense pressure from the White House to bring an end to 11 days of deadly violence. World CBS News, com. November 24, 1834 America, New York, special report. Pentagon announces last U.S. troops have left Afghanistan. The Pentagon announced Monday that the last U.S. troops had left Afghanistan, ending America's longest war. General Kenneth F. McKenzie, the head of the U.S. Central Command, said most people who wanted to evacuate got out, but not all. World CBS News, com. November 24, 1833 America, New York, special report. Biden calls on Cuomo to resign. During a Tuesday afternoon speech marking 110 million COVID vaccine doses sent abroad, President Biden also said he thought Andrew Cuomo should resign after an investigation found the New York governor sexually harassed multiple women.
RT World News. November 24, 1823 America, New York. Gaddafi's son blocked from Libya election. Libya's election commission has disqualified 25 of the 98 candidates running for president, including Saif al-Islam Gaddafi, son of the leader whose 2011 overthrow plunged the North African country into a decade-long civil war.
World CBS News, com. November 24, 1819 America, New York, special report. Biden takes questions from reporters after Putin meeting. President Biden took questions from reporters Wednesday after meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Geneva, Switzerland. Mr. Biden said, "I did what I came to do," while Putin called it a constructive meeting.
November 24, 1813 America, New York, reinfection from COVID-19 is rare, severe disease is even rarer, new study says. When people got reinfected with COVID-19, their odds of ending up in the hospital or dying were 90% lower than an initial COVID-19 infection, according to a new study.
World CBS News, com. November 24, 1811 America, New York, special report. Biden holds press conference following NATO summit. During a press conference at the end of the NATO summit in Brussels, President Biden spoke about his upcoming summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Mr. Biden was also asked about his assessment of the Republican Party, Ukraine's potential membership in NATO, and his meetings with world leaders.
BBC News World. November 24, 1803 America, New York, what Ahmaud Arbery's murder exposes about America. Ahmaud Arbery died in a modern-day lynching. Locals say the specter of racism is always present.
Time, November 24, 1755 America, New York, how House of Gucci's costumes help tell its story. House of Gucci, Ridley Scott's latest film, chronicles the tensions that rise among members of the family behind the storied luxury brand as they fight each other for control of its ultimate legacy in a tale that includes plenty of scandal, betrayal and even murder.
Mirror World News. November 24, 1741 America, New York, bodybuilder enjoys honeymoon with second sex doll wife after the first one broke. Yuri Tolochko has spent a week honeymooning in Bulgaria with his new plastic love Lola a year after his first sex doll wife Margot broke. The bodybuilder has shared pictures of his holiday to his 100K followers.
November 24, 1736 America, New York, Man City defeats PSG as both teams qualify for Champions League knockout stages. Manchester City came from behind to defeat Paris Saint-Germain 2-1 on Wednesday as both teams qualified for the knockout stages of the Champions League.
Wall Street Journal World News. November 24, 1724 America, New York, 31 migrants drown in the English Channel. France's Interior Minister Gérald Darmanin said 5 women and a little girl were among the dead.
November 24, 1712 America, New York. Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade 2021 feels like the good old days. Last year, the annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade was a muted affair. Because of the pandemic, it was a TV-only event. No animated crowds lining Manhattan's avenues.
Time: November 24, 1711 America, New York. Why this dating app is paying all employees an $80,000 minimum salary. Field is a dating app that puts being progressive at the heart of what it does. For its chief executive Anna Kirova, that's an approach she aims to bring to the way the business values its employees.
Fox World News. November 24, 1709 America, New York. 31 migrants perish trying to cross Channel to Britain. 31 people, including 5 women and a little girl, died on Wednesday after their rubber boat capsized while crossing the English Channel from France to Britain, in the worst disaster on record involving migrants in the waters separating the countries.
Wall Street Journal World News. November 24, 1708 America, New York. Israel warns White House over striking partial nuclear deal with Iran. Israeli officials say a partial accord would be a gift to the new hardline government in Tehran, stoking a growing public rift with the Biden administration over Iran's nuclear program.
World CBS News, com. November 24, 1700 America, New York. Couple invited to Thanksgiving by 200 strangers. Susanna Orrego and her husband Edward recently moved to the U.S. from Columbia so she could study at Harvard Medical School. Susanna posted about wanting a place to go for their first Thanksgiving, and more than 200 strangers responded.
New York Times World News. November 24, 1659 America, New York. UN surveys suggest violence against women has intensified in pandemic. Almost half of the women who were surveyed said that they or a woman they knew had experienced violence since the start of the outbreak. A demonstration for the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women last year in Istanbul. RT World News. November 24, 1655 America, New York. Nuclear plant accident results in casualties. 1 worker is dead and 3 more have been hospitalized after a carbon dioxide leak at the Ascó nuclear power plant in Catalonia, Spain. Local authorities suspect an overcharge in the plant's fire protection system.